Lords and ladies, lads and lasses, as always, I am Angus Quill MacGregor, confidant of Blackbeard, nephew of the infamous Scottish Highlander, the outlaw Rob Roy MacGregor, and usually I'm talking to you about pirating things and being out on the count and such, but today I want to talk to you about something very special, and that's mead. Now, you've heard me talk about this perhaps before, but today we're really going to focus on my favorite mead in all the known world, and that is Misty Mountain Meadworks, my good friends Rick and Bobby. Now, I'm going to take you through the crucial things you need to know about mead, and then I'm going to encourage you to go out and get some of this fine product. First of all, what is mead? Now, here we have the wildflower mead. This is a good one to start with, and this one is simply made, as the meads all are, with water, honey and yeast. How this could be so good with so few ingredients, I have no idea, but it truly is. Now, what is mead, you ask? Well, it's those things, and all of them together, the honey, the yeast and the water, create a flavor that's rich. It's smooth, it's mellow, it's extremely complex, especially some of these other flavors here, and it has a long, smooth finish. Now, it truly does. I can attest to that. Now, Misty Mountain Mead is not one of these operations that takes wine or grape juice as the base, adds a little honey and calls it mead. No fakery here, no trickery, just a good, pure, delicious product. Now, I mentioned the wildflower mead here. This is made from wildflower honey. It is thick, it is rich, and it is delicious, and it's what most people expect from mead, and that is why Misty Mountain Mead is the preferred and truly best mead in all of Virginia colony. They've got awards to prove it, you know. Now, why? Why is Misty Mountain Mead as good as it is? Here is why. They have been perfecting their recipe since 1983. Now, my mates, that is 37 years. But it gets better. Pick up any bottle. Oh, this here is the blackberry and honey, and you'll see right on it, founded 2004. Well, wait a minute, Angus. If they've been making this stuff since 1983, why not founded into 2004? Because for 2 decades and a year, that's right, 21 years, they were perfecting their craft before they put a label on it and sold it to the public. How often do you hear of that? Not often enough, I'll tell you. Now, the lemon and honey mead, right here, another one of my favorites. This is made from clover honey, and it uses a different yeast. So yes, mead is made with water, yeast and honey, but different things for the different great flavors that they put the Misty Mountain label on. Now, this is lighter, it's less sweet, and in the process, of course, they do add fresh squeezed lemon juice. I should mention as well that they do have their own honey. They raise their own bees that they use in certain of the products. Everything at Misty Mountain Mead is truly first class. Now, why would you drink mead, you ask? Well, first of all, it's been perfected as a drink, going all the way back. It was invented before wine and beer. Why? It predates the invention of the wheel. How's that for you? So you tell me, well, Angus, I'm pretty happy with my wines, my beers, my ales, my single malts, my rums. I understand, mates, I do. But mead has many things in its favor over these other libations. For instance, it's eminently drinkable. I mean, who doesn't like honey? It's a great gift for parties. I mean, look at the presentation of the bottles. They're beautiful. I'm going to talk more about that. For someone special, my Ellis and I, my own lass I've been married to for 23 years. anytime we need to celebrate a great event, make a memorable moment, we open a bottle of Misty Mountain Mead. That's right. It's also a mellow inebriation. Now, some of your harder alcohols make you want to roll up your sleeves and fight like a pirate. Understand that it's not always appropriate, rarely appropriate as a matter of fact. Well, you drink mead and it's a calm, joyful, unifying inebriation. Just what the doctor ordered for celebrating, right? So, mead can be aged like a good wine. It's bottled, it can go up to 20 years, getting better and better and better. Well, Angus, you ask, why would I want to wait 20 years to try this product if it's so phenomenal? Well, let me tell you. My good friend Bobby, who makes some of this mead here at Misty Mountain Meadworks along with Richard, he has 2 sons. And when they were born, he put up a bottle for each of them. He's going to open it for their 21st birthday for each of them, celebrate proper their passage into manhood. It's a wonderful thing. It's a great way to mark occasions. Speaking of which, I want to tell you now about some interesting facts about mead. First of all, the word honeymoon derives from the practice, the Anglo-Saxon practice, going way, way back, you know, of having a couple for the first 30 days of their marriage, having mead each night. Now, this is wonderful. Honey for the mead, moon for the 30-day cycle. Another great idea, a gift. How many saucers and soup ladles and butter boats and what have you do people get for their wedding? Well, you get some friends together, some relatives, you get enough mead for these 2 newlyweds to enjoy it, to do their honeymoon proper according to ancient ways. I'll tell you, it'll get their marriage off to a wonderful, wonderful start. And there's lots of serving versatility. You can have mead any time of the day. This is the blackberry and honey, great for breakfast, as well as orange blossom in place of a mimosa for your brunch. This is a Jack o' Hive, wonderful in the fall for Thanksgiving, All Saints Day, All Hallows Eve, and all of that. We drank plenty of Jack o' Spice in my cottage, I'll tell you. Here's the hazelnut. This is wonderful for a nightcap or for a dessert. You really can't go wrong. Now, once you open a bottle of this mead, it will stay well in the fridge for up to 6 weeks. Now, why would you want to? I have no idea. It doesn't last 6 hours when we open it up in our cottage. But if you started and you got an early morning and you're going away for a while, it's good to know that it'll last for up to 6 weeks if you keep it refrigerated. Right, so how about the name Misty Mountain Meadworks? Now, if you're an aficionado or maybe even a passing fan of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, especially The Hobbit, well, you know Misty Mountains. And that was certainly an inspiration. You can see here, even the font on the bottle is inspired by the font that's on the Dwarven map in the original Hobbit. How is that for thoroughness? Now, you shouldn't be surprised about any of that, because Richard, as it turns out, has a degree in medieval history. He's well versed on the culture of the Norsemen. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite epics of all time is Beowulf, a warrior who saves his people, saves his home by doing what he needs to against fearsome monsters. What I didn't know until Richard told me is that the word mead appears in Beowulf 100 times. Now that's a man with a passion for what he makes to know information such as that. Another reason that it's called Misty Mountain Meadery, it was across from a hollow mountain that got very misty in the winter and the spring, so lots of inspiration there. And their original meadery was on the side of a mountain overlooking that hollow mountain across a valley. I think that the inspiration can be tasted to this day in every glass of Misty Mountain Mead that you drink. Now, one more thing as far as authentication and care. In each of the four corners of the label here, there is a rune. This is a rune from the Elder Futhark. Now, I happen to know this rune set for various reasons in my pirating. It's good to use for a cipher, other kinds of communication, many important ancient tests. So I know how to decipher it. I know what these four symbols mean. But you'll have a little bit of homework, fun homework, when you receive your bottles of mead. You can decode them with your friends. Get 3 friends together, celebrate with a couple of bottles of mead, and find out what those 4 runes mean and apply them to your life. It's great energy on the bottle what they mean. So that's all I want to tell you about the mead, except go out and get some. I know that's what you're asking. So go to mistymountainmead.com on your mermaid technology. You can order some, pick from all this great products depending on your needs, your taste, your interests, what you want to try. Also follow them on social media. Again, Mermaid Technology. See what they're up to. They play festivals and they're winning awards. They're coming up with new products. So you definitely want to follow them on social media. That's all I want to say today. So really now it's time to simply light the pipe. Need to do that there. And we're going to have a toast. An old Scottish toast, you know. And for you pipe smokers out there, mead pairs very, very well. And I have here some of my favourite, which is the hazelnut. I'm going to do this Scottish toast for you right now. May all those who know us love us. May those who don't love us, may God turn their hearts. If he can't turn their hearts, well then let him turn their ankles so that we may know them by their limping. So cheers, my good mates. Oh, there's nothing like it. Get some mistymountainmead.com. Cheers to you, mates.